Bluetooth went out. Let me go out, and then come back in and let my Bluetooth connect again.
All right, no problem, no problem, no problem. So while we wait on you to come back in, just want to let you guys know that Debate Talk for You does not condone any foul language, any name calling, or any disrespect. If those things do occur, you will be removed from the platform immediately. The moderators are live and direct tonight and watching it. Okay, so shout out to you guys for making sure that the chat stays clean. All right, so while we wait on brother Brian to come back in so he can switch devices, let me go ahead and bring in my co-host real quick, brother. I'm a young man. How's everything going over there? How you liking it so far?
Sound real good, brother. Salam to Elder Mike, man. Elder Mike, what's going on, bro? Trying to get that debate going with you. What's up?
Yeah, Elder Mike, man. Like I said, if you want to come on, man, and give some comments, feel free to do so. All right. All right. So we got you back, brother Brian. Are you all good? You all good to go?
Yeah, my headset. I don't know why it went out. It just went out.
All right. Cool. Okay. So all right. So we got a couple people that have returned. So I'll just let you guys know right now. All right. So let's see. We got all right, JT Preacher. I'm gonna bring you back in. Let's see. Yehukanan, I'll let you go after Servant Smith, and then I'll bring in on the Orthodox Moore. Okay, so that's the order, and then after Orthodox Moore, I'll bring in Jamaican. All right, I see you guys backstage. Let me go ahead and get JT Preacher back in because he was waiting for a minute. All right, JT Preacher, you're back live and direct. You can go ahead and kick it off.
All right, shalom once again, man. Appreciate Debate Talk for you. Appreciate you, brother Brian. How you doing once again, man?
Hope all right,
doing well. All right, real quick question. I always ask this question. I just like to hear your response. Christian's response: can I serve God and worship Him in spirit and truth without the religion of Christianity? You need me to ask it again?
I hear what you're saying, but I mean, wouldn't be a follower of Christ be a Christian?
No, let me answer my question. I said, in order to serve God and to worship Him in spirit and truth, do I need the religion of Christianity?
I say no when it comes to the religion. Okay. But you can be a follower of Christ. That wouldn't make you a Christian.
All right.
If you're a follower of Christ.
All right. Is the Bible a Christian book?
I would say so.
You would say so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. All right. Real quick. Is there any scriptures did God at any time give His words, laws, and statutes to other nations outside of Israel?
No, even Paul says that in Romans 3.
So he didn't.
Nope.
All right. So then, would the Christians of that time, would they have been Torah keepers?
At what time? After Christ?
In Antioch, when they were first called Christians, would they have been Torah keepers?
No, because most of them didn't even know the Torah.
So who would have taught? So the Christians would not. Who would the Christians? Who would they have been taught by?
They would be in given the creed, which would be the gospel. That's what Paul gave. That's what all of them gave the Gentiles.
So okay, all right. Would the Christians now? Let me ask this question: would these Christians be Gentiles?
They would probably. I think there was some Jews in Antioch too. There would be both.
But majority of the Christians, can we agree that the majority of the Christians is Gentiles? Am I safe to say
that? At first, they were majority Jews. Then it became a majority Gentiles.
All right. Okay. So, were Gentiles? How about this? Were Gentiles and strangers, in order to hear the word of God preached, would they have had to go to the synagogue and keep the Sabbath?
Actually, no, because the synagogue would be full of unbelieving Jews.
Okay, let me ask this question again now. Would the Gentiles or the strangers, if they are Christians and followers of Christ, would they have to have gone to the synagogue on the Sabbath to hear the word of God and the law preached? Would they would have done that? Yes or no?
That is where the Gentiles would go before Jesus was preached to them. Yes, that's where they would go before.
All right. So we know in the synagogue that what would have been in the synagogue at that time? Because there's no pause
At
left.
that time, they would be unbelieving Jews.
No. What would have been in the synagogue that the Gentiles would have been taught from?
What they were hearing
Right.
was the law and the prophets.
The law and the prophets. All right.
Yes.
So would a Gentile had been taught to keep the Sabbath?
If they were converted over to Judaism, yes.
So in the Torah, where it talks about one law being for the homegrown and the stranger, are you referring to that as Judaism?
Well, you call it Judaism, whatever, but that's just what I call it. But I mean, it's Old Testament.
So which one is it? Is it the writings of Moses Judaism, or is the writings of Moses Torah?
I mean, let's call it Torah, because Judaism
Okay,
basically
good.
means
So good. So since you said so, then if they would have been taught the Torah,
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
gotcha. If they would have been taught the Torah, they would have had to keep the Sabbath, right?
unless if they were converted, yes. But if they were not, strangers did not have to keep the Sabbath. And by the way, that one law, if you look in context, is talking about specific things.
So my thing is, if they don't keep the Sabbath and they don't go into the synagogue, how are they going to hear about the Messiah and the Torah and the prophets?
Actually, the apostles went to them.
All right, let's go to Acts 13, 42, 43.
Yep, and I know. Yep.
You already know where I'm going, huh? Okay, good. I'm glad.
Yep.
All right. And I'll read it for time's sake, because I know I'm gonna get cut off. When the Jews were going out of the synagogue, the Gentiles besought these words might be preached to them next Sabbath. So Gentiles seeking these people, and they know in order to hear the word, it's going to be that come the next Sabbath. Verse 43 says, now when the congregation was broken up, many of the Jews and religious proselytes followed Paul and Barnabas, who persuaded them to continue in the grace of Yah. And the next Sabbath day came almost the whole city together to hear the word of God. So if they went to the synagogue on the Sabbath in order to learn of the Messiah and to learn how to honor this covenant and keep the law, they would have learned it from where? The Torah and the prophets, right?
Yes, and if they went, but look at verse 45. But when the Jews saw the crowd, they were filled with jealousy and began to contradict what Paul by saying. But I'm saying, why would you go to synagogue when you are with unbelieving Jews? These people unbelieving, they're mad because Paul and them's converting them.
No. That's